All right, well, you guys have seen me make a dirt hole set before. This is a location that I've caught a couple coyotes now, and we've had some questions, like I mentioned, about what baits and lures I'm using and kind of how I do that. So I'm gonna take you through exactly what I've been using to catch these coyotes. Obviously, it can vary in different locations. I recommend trying out a few different things just to see what works for you, but I think I've kind of honed in on what works around here, and I'm gonna stick with it. So first and foremost, as far as the bait goes, I use two different things. First is a 3-meat blend. It's called Blackie's Blend. It's actually made here in Glenmont, Ohio, but I believe it has bobcat meat in it, fox meat in it, and a few other preservatives added in. But it's pretty nasty smelling. And I don't glob a whole lot in there. I just take a little bit on like a piece of stick or bean stubble, and I actually end up wrapping it in sheep's wool. That does two different things. It keeps the scent kind of contained, keeps it a little bit dry if you have rain. It's been really wet and nasty here in Ohio, so that'll help a little bit, and it gives some eye appeal to the set. If the coyote kind of looks down the hole, he sees some sheep's wool, it looks like there might be, you know, something dead down in there. So that's what I use for the bait aspect. As far as a lure goes, I changed it up last year and bought, per recommendation from a friend, something called Hellfire. It's made by Dunlap Lures. That's Jeff Dunlap. And I don't really know what's in it, to be honest with you. It's like a smear. It's a pretty thick formula, I guess you could say, and smells just like skunk pretty much. So same thing, after I put my sheep's wool and my bait in the hole, I'll just take a bean stubble or a stick, get some of that on there and drop it down in the hole. That works really well, and I've said this before, but I feel bad every time I order some because the mail lady probably is very alarmed. But last but not least, I just take some fox urine. This is just red fox urine. It's made by Minnesota brand. You can get on their website, Minnesota Trapline Supply, and order some there. And I just take a little bit of that and dash it on the back of the hole. That would simulate a coyote or a fox coming up and kind of lifting its leg to mark its territory. So that's all I use, and that'll last. I had to set out for almost a month, and then I finally caught a coyote yesterday. So you don't really need to freshen it up or redo it. As long as it's in there and your trap's bedded solid, you should be good and start catching coyotes.